Hey there, I am Paushali and in this video we are going to talk about Kalpana Chawla. So who is Kalpana Chawla? Kalpana Chawla was an Indian-born American astronaut and engineer who was the first woman of Indian origin to go to space. Her father was Banarasi Lal Chawla and her mother was Sanjoti Chawla. She was the youngest of four children. She first flew on the Space Shuttle Columbia in 1997 as a mission specialist and primary robotic arm operator. Her second flight was on STS-107, the final flight of Space Shuttle Columbia in 2003. Chawla was one of the 7 crew members who died in the Space Shuttle Columbia disaster when the spacecraft disintegrated during its re-entry into the Earth's atmosphere. Chawla was posthumously awarded the Congressional Space Medal of Honor, and several streets, universities, and institutions have been named in her honor. She is regarded as a national hero in India. Kalpana Chawla died on 1st February 2003. Early life and education, career, both missions, honors and recognition, and other related works. Early life and education. Kalpana Chawla was born on March 17, 1962 in Karnal of present-day Haryana, India. As a child, she was fascinated by aeroplanes and flying. She went to local flying clubs and watched planes with her father. After getting a Bachelor of Engineering degree in Aeronautical Engineering from Punjab Engineering College, India, she moved to United States in the 1982 and obtained a Master of Science degree in Aerospace Engineering from University of Texas at Arlington in 1984. Chawla went on to earn a second master's in 1986 and a PhD in Aerospace Engineering in 1988 from the University of Colorado Boulder. Kalpana Chawla was married to John Pierre Harrison. After the Columbia disaster, Harrison was approached by filmmakers to make a movie on Chawla's life, but he refused as he prefers to keep their life private. In 1988, Chawla began working at NASA Ames Research Center, where she did computational fluid dynamics research on vertical and or short takeoff and landing concepts. Much of Chawla's research is included in technical journals and conference papers. In 1993, she joined Oversight Methods Incorporated as vice president and research scientist specializing in simulation of moving multiple body problems. Chawla held a certificated flight instructor rating for airplanes, gliders, and commercial pilot licenses for single and multi-engine airplanes, seaplanes, and gliders. After becoming a naturalized US citizen in 1991 April, Chawla applied for the NASA Astronaut Corps. She joined the Corps in March 1995 and was selected for her first flight in 1997. The first space mission. Her first space mission began on November 19, 1997 as part of the sixth astronaut crew that flew the Space Shuttle Columbia flight STS-87. Chawla was the first Indian woman to go to space. She spoke the following words while traveling in the weightlessness of space: "You are just your intelligence." On her first mission, Chawla traveled over 6.5 million miles in 252 orbits of the Earth, logging more than 376 hours, that is, 15 days and 16 hours in space. During the STS-87, she was responsible for deploying the Spartan satellite, which malfunctioned, necessitating a spacewalk by Winston Scott and Takao Doi to capture the satellite. A 5-month NASA investigation exonerated Chawla by identifying errors in software interfaces and defined procedures of the flight crew and ground control. After the completion of STS-87 post-flight activities, Chawla was assigned to technical position in the astronaut office to work on space station.
Thank you very much. And you too.
Colombia. Hello, Colombia. This is Prime Minister Gujarat from India. Can you hear me?
Yes, Mr. Gujral, I hear you loud and clear. How do you read me?
Kalpana, we are proud of you. Each one of us in India is proud of us. Proud of person like like you who has done such a pioneering work, and particularly the women and youth of India take great deal of pride in seeing what you have done in the space. My hearty congratulations.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
You know, when I think of you, I think what a long journey you have covered from Karnal to space, long distance. And therefore, when I talk to you, I feel I'm talking to a person who is representing India in the space now. My all good wishes to you.
Thank you, sir, very much. Those are very kind words.
You know, Kalpana, I do not know if you remember, there is a saying by one of our poets who is very well known in the subcontinent, Iqbal. He said, "Sitaron se aage jahan aur bhi hain. There are worlds beyond stars. And now you have seen them. How do you feel about them?"
It's a very special feeling. And really out here, the night sky, when you look at it, what you are saying does become very literal. It's a dome of a dark sky and stars everywhere, and the earth, a lot of time covered with thunderstorms here and there, with some small sprays of lightning, and every once in a while, city lights peek through the clouds. And it is very much like a storybook. And the crew that I'm working with out here, all of us work so well together, and it's such an honor and privilege to be able to share this very special mission with them.
You know, it's a wonderful feeling that your journey has expanded the frontiers of science and technology. And also at the same time, you have built another new and very formidable and a strong bridge between India and America.
Sir, I'm very glad that I am, if you say so, I'm able to do that.
And in orbit, Kalpana, how do you feel without weightlessness? Is it very difficult experience?
As you can tell, right now we are doing a burn, and things are just moving all over. I was just moving things out of my way with my legs. Actually, it's not very difficult at all. You get very used to it very fast. Though to go from one place to another, you always end up telling yourself, take it easy, don't try to do very fast, because otherwise you are just tumbling all over. So gently is the way to go.
It must be very interesting to sit with colleagues and friends in the same weightlessness. Is it a very interesting experience and friendship that you have formed now?
That's very true, sir. On our crew, we have people from very different backgrounds, and we bring a lot of different cultures together, and it's just a lot of fun. It was fun while we trained together, and now in space too.
I don't know if from your satellite you can see some other Indian satellites also, which are also in the space, projecting Indian television program to every home.
And yes, sir, I'm aware of that.
Yes, but you know, we are also, our scientists and our technologists are sharing the same experience of space. They have not gone themselves to space like you, but they have sent quite a few satellites.
And yes, sir, yeah, I knew about that when I was going to school back in Karnal, or I should say in Chandigarh in India. And then also after I came here, I've been following that in the news out here.
And I want to extract a promise from you that when you come back to the Earth, please come to India with all your friends in the satellite and also your whole family.
Sir, the whole crew would love to come, and that would be an honor.
You will be most welcome guest of the Indian people and the government. They all take so much pride in you and excited about you that when you come and meet them, they'll be extremely delighted, and you must come.
Sir, yes, we will surely come, and like I said, that's definitely an honor. And if I may just take a second, I'd like to introduce my crew members to you. And first of all, I'm going to bring the pilot on board. His name is Steve Lindsay, and Steve and I trained together in the class that I came in.
Thank you very much, but also kindly convey my invitation to your fellow travelers who are in space with you, the captain and everybody else.
For sure, sir.
Please, and tell them that this is a very warm and hearty invitation to all of you.
I will pass that on, sir.
And you know, Kalpana, you come originally, your family came from Karnal. And it was in that area where a famous poet Kalidas was there, who wrote that famous song about swim of the swan.
Yes, and I know about that, and that's a very special thing.
And you are that swan now swimming in the space.
That does sound good.
And thank you very much. Once again, my feeling of thanks to you for all that you have performed. You have made all of us proud of you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Thank you for calling us on the orbiter. And if you would just take a second, a couple of days ago, we taped the view of Himalayas from the orbiter, and I'll downlink it to you for a minute or so, and we can be talking while that's happening.
Thank you.
And Mr. Prime Minister and all the people from India, we taped this view a few days ago. I was hoping that maybe by chance when the call came, we'd be flying over some regions that folks there were familiar with. But the view of Himalayas is so magnificent that it really belongs to all of us, as you can see on this.
The second space mission. In 2001, Chawla was selected for her second flight as part of the crew of STS-107. This mission was repeatedly delayed due to scheduling conflicts and technical problems such as the July 2002 discovery of cracks in the subtle engine flow liners. On January 16, 2003, Chawla finally returned to space aboard Space Shuttle Columbia on the STS-107 mission. The crew performed nearly 80 experiments studying Earth and space science, advanced technology and development, and astronaut health and safety. During the launch of STS-107, Columbia's 28th mission, a piece of foam insulation broke off from the space shuttle external tank and stuck to the left wing of the orbiter. Previous shuttle launches had seen minor damage from the foam shedding, but some engineers suspected that the damage to the Columbia was more serious. NASA managers limited the investigation, reasoning that the crew could not have fixed the problem if it had been confirmed. When Columbia re-entered the atmosphere of Earth, the damage allowed hot atmospheric gases to penetrate and destroy the internal wing structure, which caused the spacecraft to become unstable and break apart. After the disaster, space shuttle flight operations were suspended for more than 2 years, similar to the aftermath of the Challenger disaster. Construction of the International Space Station was put on hold. The station relied entirely on the Russian Roscosmos State Corporation for resupply for 29 months until shuttle flights resumed with STS-104 and 41 months for crew rotation. The crew included Rick Husband, Laurel Clark, Ramon, David Brown, William McCool, Michael Anderson, and Kalpana Chawla. Chawla died on 2003 February 1st in the Space Shuttle Columbia disaster, along with the other 6 crew members when the Columbia disintegrated over Texas during re-entry into Earth's atmosphere shortly before it was scheduled to conclude its 28th mission, STS-107. Her remains were identified along with those of the rest of the crew members and were cremated and scattered at Zion National Park in Utah, according to her wishes. Some of the quotes by Kalpana Chawla. You are just your intelligence. When you look at the stars and the galaxy, you feel that you are not just from any particular piece of land, but from the solar system. Do something because you really want to do it. If you're doing it just for the goal and don't enjoy the path, then I think you're cheating yourself. We crossed the Himalayas in less than 2 minutes, and then you realize, oh my god, within an hour and a half, we have gone around the whole planet. Honors and recognitions. The 14th contracted Northrop Grumman Cygnus spacecraft mission delivering supplies to the ISS was named the SS Kalpana Chawla after her. Asteroid 51826 Kalpana Chawla, one of the 7 named after Columbia's crew. The lunar crater Chawla is named after Kalpana Chawla. On February 5, 2003, the Prime Minister of India at the time, Atal Bihari Vajpayee, announced that a meteorological series of satellites, METSAT, was to be renamed Kalpana 1. The Kalpana Chawla Award was instituted by the government of Karnataka in 2004 to recognize young women scientists. The NASA Mars Exploration Rover mission has named 7 peaks in the chain of hills named the Columbia Hills after each of the 7 astronauts lost in Columbia shuttle disaster. One of them is Chawla Hill, named after Chawla. NASA has a dedicated supercomputer to Chawla. Steve Morse from the band Deep Purple created the song Contact Lost in memory of the Columbia tragedy. Chawla knew Morse and took the band's album Machine Head featuring the song Space Truckin' with her on the mission. Morse's tribute song can be found on the album Bananas. Novelist Peter David named a shuttlecraft the Chawla after the astronaut in his 2007 Star Trek novel Star Trek The Next Generation, before Dishonor. The Kalpana Chawla ISU Scholarship Fund was founded by the alumni of the ISU in 2010 to support Indian women's participation in international space education program. The Kalpana Chawla Memorial Scholarship Program was instituted by Indian Students Association at the University of Texas at El Paso in 2005 for meritorious graduate students. The Kalpana Chawla Outstanding Recent Alumni Award at the University of Colorado, given since 1983, was renamed after Chawla. The University of Texas at Arlington, her alma mater, dedicated the Kalpana Chawla Memorial on May 3, 2010 in Nederman Hall, one of the primary buildings in the College of Engineering. The girls' hostel at Punjab Engineering College is named after Chawla. Residential halls, dormitories, housing developments, streets in various locations such as University of Texas at Arlington, Delhi Technological University, Pondicherry University, NIT Kurukshetra and Bhopal have been established. The government of Haryana has established the Kalpana Chawla Planetarium in Jyotishar, Kurukshetra. The IIT Kharagpur named the Kalpana Chawla Space Technology Cell in her honor. Kalpana Chawla Government Medical College is a medical college located in Karnal, Haryana, India, named after Chawla. Kalpana was born in Karnal. Other resources: the Space Shuttle Columbia Mission of Hope, that is a documentary. India's 50 Most Illustrious Women by Indra Gupta. Kalpana Chawla, A Life by Anil Padmanabhan. The Edge of Time, the authoritative biography of Kalpana Chawla by John Pierre Harrison. For more content like this, hit the subscribe button and comment on what you want to see next. Thank you.